How Labour Party stalwarts abandoned Doyin Okupe during illness. Former National Deputy Campaign Manager Balami. At a commendation service for the late Dr. Doyin Okupe on Saturday, Balami Isaac, a former National Deputy Campaign Manager for the 2023 presidential election, expressed deep disappointment over the treatment Okupe received from members of the Labour Party during his final days. Balami, an aviation expert and youth activist, lamented that key figures within the Labour Party deserted Okupe when he was seriously ill, despite his significant contributions to the party and the 2023 presidential campaign. Okupe served as the Director General of the Obi Dati campaign, with Peter Obi as the party's presidential candidate. When his son was speaking, everything he said was correct, except one thing that he did not say very well, Balami said. He said when you offend Dr. Doyin Okupe and you genuinely ask for forgiveness, he will forgive you. Doyin Okupe was in pains. People that he gave all his all for deserted him, betrayed him, lied against him, yet he forgave them. Balami highlighted Okupe's financial sacrifices during the campaign, recalling how Okupe personally funded part of the campaign even when party funds were available. The only campaign I have ever been to, I was the campaign manager nationwide and Dr. Okupe was the DG of the campaign, Balami said. We had 100 million naira available for that day. Dr. Okupe put all the money on the table and all the directors would sit and he would distribute the money. After the campaign, he was left in debt. He never went anywhere, even though the campaign had billions. He paid for them himself. Balami criticized those who distanced themselves from Okupe after the election, noting that despite his loyalty and dedication, he was abandoned during his health struggles. He was deserted by the people he worked with. At some point, I reached out on his behalf. They never called him or asked how he was feeling, Balami said. His statement was supported by someone in the audience who added, for 2 years. Another person remarked, they did not pick his calls. Balami rejected the notion that Okupe's return to the All Progressives Congress (APC) was motivated by money. He didn't go back to the APC because of money, Balami said. He told me one day, Balami, I went back because I've seen it all. I went back to reconcile with the people that never hurt me. Balami recounted how Okupe endured a major surgery in the UK and returned to Nigeria, where his former associates ignored him. After a 6-hour flight, he crawled to the car after a major surgery. They saw him in pain, but 18 months later, they still never called him. The same people who cannot even say a word to acknowledge that he was a good man. Balami condemned the attacks on Okupe's legacy by some supporters of the Labour Party. The few obedient insulting this man on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram are very ignorant, he said, but he already forgave them. He told me and he told everybody, even the ones he expected too much from, he forgave them. Okupe, a politician and former presidential aide, passed away earlier this year. His commendation service was attended by political figures, including the Chief of Staff to the President, Femi Bajabiamila. Well, let's see what other people have to say about this. What would anybody expect from the obedience? We all read what they said and posted about Professor Soyinka and some others. The core of them are ignorant and ungrateful people. Watch what they will do to the new party they are moving to when Obi loses again. Unnecessary. Lack of merit criticism of Okupe's party members. They are not his health insurance company nor his doctors. This responsibility by association is why political parties in Nigeria have become criminal enterprises. Everyone in this world is responsible for themselves and themselves only. Belonging to the same political party does not and should not make all party members the wards of one another. Enough of the nonsense. This only talked about how Labour Party abandoned Doyin Okupe during illness, without mentioning how the same late Doyin Okupe was agog on TV stations castigating the same Labour Party. What was his aim, if not looking for avenue for the party in power to adopt him, as they did to Daniel Bola? Even that day, he looked so sick, and that was the last I saw him until his demise. May his soul rest in peace. Okupe resigned from Labour Party, so how do you expect Labour Party to care for him? Late Okupe was like any other politician in Nigeria. They should always they always consider their stomach first. Allow this man to rest. Don't use his death to pursue political narrative. Nigerians, we are gradually becoming extraordinary humans through negative, though negatively because of politics. Nothing is sacred anymore, even the death of someone. The betrayals and vicious treatments from Peter Obi and his obedient family killed Dr. Doyin Okupe more than any other factor. At that moment of his life, there couldn't have been family and relatives greater than those he labored wholeheartedly for. Imagine the degree of spite, vindictiveness, and hate in the hearts of people who want to seize political power over us. Nigeria truly dodged a bullet. This is what will end any Yoruba support Igbo's party. No matter what in Nigeria, do not support Igbos because you'll be a loser at the end of the day. The funny thing is, once you start thinking straight, they will make you their enemies. All the non-Igbo LP supporters are now blaming themselves. Well, these people have all given their opinions on this. Make sure to leave your own opinions in the comments down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And make sure to turn on notifications so you can be notified when we upload daily content here on this channel. And make sure to share this video with your family and friends so that they know what is going on and they can give their own opinions on this.